Welcome back everyone to another episode of Vegetarian Cooking with JJ. In this week's episode, we're traveling to the Philippines in my kitchen, and I'm going to be making a very delicious veganized version of Arroz Caldo. It's a Filipino congee. And for those of you who don't even have a clue of what I'm talking about, come along with me on this journey in my kitchen and you'll find out. So without further ado, let's head over to the kitchen and get cooking! First of all, we have half a block of our Soyarie brand firm herbed tofu. We're going to break it up with our hands because it's going to provide a nice texture this way. Also, it will be great for the absorption of the marinade. For the marinade, I'm going to be using our organic Better Than Bouillon veggie bouillon. There's about a teaspoon's worth, and we'll get the residue out with some water. And I'll sprinkle in a 1/4 teaspoon of our poultry seasoning. Although we got a lot of flavors going on, it's going to mix in with the rest of the rice. And I'm adding a 1/4 cup of rice vinegar, and I'm mixing it up with my hands. You're welcome to marinate the tofu for an hour or overnight. And I'm going to dice up half of 1 onion. Feel free to use yellow or white onions. And I'm going to mince up some fresh ginger. I'm going to want about 2 teaspoons worth. And I have 4 cloves of garlic I'm mincing up. Keep in mind size variances. Our tofu has been marinating overnight. I did flip it partway through. You're welcome to add more marinade and set it and forget it. We'll get our stovetop set to medium, and I'm heating up our Dutch oven. You're welcome to use a pot. We'll add some oil to our Dutch oven, and we'll add in our diced onions. We'll want to soften them up. Now that our onions have softened, I'm adding in our ginger. After letting our ginger get fragrant, I'm adding our garlic. Now it's time to add our marinated tofu. Let it cook up for a bit, stirring periodically. After allowing these flavors to infuse with our tofu for about 6 minutes or so, we're ready to add our rice. We'll coat our rice with these beautiful flavors, mixing it in gently. After our rice has cooked in the pan for a few minutes, we're adding our marinade liquid. And I'm sprinkling in a teaspoon of kelp flakes. And you're going to want to add 5 cups of veggie stock. Remember, you want this dish to be more soupy. I'm using my own homemade broth. It's supposed to be kind of like a porridge for those of you who aren't familiar with congee. Add salt to taste, but keep in mind the amount of salt that may already be in your veggie stock. Add some freshly ground black pepper. You'll want to bring it to a boil and reduce it to a simmer and cook it for an hour. Although this dish is a veganized Filipino dish, you will notice that the name is Spanish, Arroz Caldo, meaning rice broth. Spain had ruled the Philippines between 1565 and 1895, so they had some influence on the cuisine and the naming, of course. And you can see that there's an influence in the style of the congee. Although congee originated in China, and food historians say that it goes as far back as the Zhou dynasty, which is 1000 BCE. In the Philippines, you can also refer to this dish as lugao. And there's an abundance of rice in the Philippines, so it's pretty much a staple in the kitchen. I'm going to slice 5 cloves of garlic, and this will be for the finishing touch because we're going to fry these pieces up. And I'm slicing some green onion, which will also be for our garnish. Here we have our pan with oil, and we'll fry up our garlic slices. And our arroz caldo is nearing the end of its cook time. Instead of fish sauce, I'm making my own sauce, so I'm using some soy sauce, a half a teaspoon of kelp flakes, and I'm going to add a tablespoon of marinade. This will provide a little bit of a sweetness and a slight vinegar taste. For the original dish, they top it off with hard-boiled eggs, so instead of that, I'm using just egg. I'm just going to fry some up. Feel free to cook it in the style and shape you would like. For the finishing touch, lemon wedges are also recommended. The citrus fruit commonly used in the Philippines is calamansi. However, for simplicity's sake, we're just using lemons in this dish. However, if you know where to locate calamansi in the city of Toronto, feel free to drop us a line down below so you can share it with all the fellow Torontonians in case they want to try this calamansi out for themselves. Also, if you want to make this dish a little bit fancier, feel free to add a little pinch of saffron. You can also use safflower, however, it's not going to be as bold of a flavor, but it will still add a boost of color. Also, it's less exotic, less expensive, and you'll still get that nice color. In the Philippines, congee can be enjoyed at any time of the day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and even dessert. They have a very nice dessert recipe using purple yam. Let me know in the comments below if you tried this one out. Now we're ready to put everything together. We'll add our green onion and our just egg triangles, our fried garlic slices. This will provide a nice flavor and texture contrast. And you're welcome to sprinkle on a little bit of black salt if you wish for that eggy flavor to come through more so. Of course, the original doesn't call for chilies, but I would add them personally. You can serve this dish with sauce on the side along with the lemon wedges. It's that time again, everyone. I get to try our delicious arroz caldo with our tofu chicken. First of all, I'm going to try it without any sauce, and then I'll add the sauce and I'll compare. So here we go, getting a little piece of everything. It's delicious. I love the fried up garlic pieces as well. It was a good idea to add the black salt just to add a little extra eggy flavor. really doesn't need the extra sauce or lemon, but I'm going to try it out anyway. Just a little touch of it here. A little touch of lemon. It's truly nice with both, without the lemon and without the sauce, and with the sauce and with the lemon. So it's totally up to you if you want to add it. It's always good to have the option. So our Filipino style congee, aka Arroz Caldo, with our vegan chicken using our marinated tofu turned out amazing. I love the flavors. It's really simple to make as well. So that's a bonus for all of those who are out there wanting to learn some new recipes, trying to get started in the kitchen. So there you have it, everyone, another delicious recipe to add to your recipe booklets. And remember, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, hit that little bell notification icon so you don't miss a single video. There's gonna be a new video popping up every Monday, a new recipe, so you don't wanna miss it. This is JJ signing off, keeping things interesting in my kitchen and in yours. Bon appetit.